Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all well, blessed and in peace. Today, this video is about fear, about why we have fear and why we shouldn't have fear and what is really fear is. So how the fears affect us, where fear comes from. This is the answers of everyone's question. I personally suffered from fear for a long time. I was scared of everything, not actually scared of I'm scared of this person, I'm scared of that. I always felt like, because the back of my mind's always been negative, and I always been thinking about what gonna happen next, what gonna happen next, so what is it coming up now, am I ready for this or am I ready for that, what if I try to do this and it's not working, and why if this is happen and it's going against me. So always this question I was challenging with in my life, and it took me nowhere, and every day I was like more disappointed, more lonely, more feel like anxious and not getting close to a reality, because I always had this fear of future, about past, what happened to past, what people are thinking, and what happened to future. So none of these were solving any problem of mine, and then actually adding more problem into my mental state and into my physical, because once your mental state, once your mind is busy, then affects on your physical as well. So that's what we call it, the mind, body, soul, and then that's what you need to look after, these three. So step one. Right, step one. Remember, fear is just a word. Fear does not exist. Fear is only made by our mind, by our thought, by our experience. So what we should do about to not have this fear anymore? Okay, there is a lot of a way that you can use to gradually fade the fear away from yourself, from your body, from your mind, from around you. Once the fear goes and you can see, you feel brave, you not feel, you are brave. And because you have that fear that covers the braveness from you, that which you can't see it yourself, you always think is like always something is going to stop you. If you're going to do something good, is something going to stop it, or it could go wrong. If I can trust this person, or if I do this, if I have a fear, if it goes well, if my business goes well, if my YouTube channel goes well, if my Instagram goes well, if my works, all these ifs is the fear, is the doubt, that which is not exist, is being made. So don't allow these affects you. Don't allow these fear or feelings affects your future or affects your ability, what you can do, which is being stopped by the fear. There is lots of ways that we can do for fear, to remove the fear for good from our life. You need to remember this, where the fear comes from. When we are young, when we are so young and we are innocent and we don't know anything about the world, about energies, about nothing, about fear, about negativity, positivity, we don't know about anything of this. What happened to us? Anything can happen, like if a parent, without they realizing, or the people around us says, if you do this is gonna happen. Oh wow. So they just start, because they don't have that knowledge, they don't have that information, and it was from a long time ago that they did not have the access like what people have access now, to go to buy a book, to read, to watch the YouTube, to learn from it. So they didn't have this information. So they thought, if they told a kid to not doing this, and then if they make it, like if they exaggerate this thing, and then if make the kid scared, so that kid's not gonna touch that anymore, or not gonna do that anymore, so it's good for the kid. So this is work, so let's just scare the kids to not doing this, because if you're doing this is gonna happen. That's how, and also they didn't know, that's how they've been taught, that's how they've been learned. So this been passed on. So from our family, it's their family, from their family passed it to their family, so it's been passing on to us. So now we are in this generation, we are in this time that everything shift, we are actually blessed, and we are actually very lucky to live in this generation, to be to see and to be a witness of everything. Also access to these, all the social medias, all the internet, and all the technology that we can use. Not against us, for us to actually level up us, like level up the information we have, level up the healing, level up the shift in the energy or our ability. So first things you need to know, this is go back to from the childhood. Then it could be, maybe not even a childhood, maybe when you go to a school, maybe you go to high school, university, relationship. You definitely pick this fear from somewhere, some point in your life. Then you are here to watch this video to heal yourself, to heal that fear, because I come from the place that I was fearful. Like my whole life was fear of everything. What if? So now there is not such a thing. I don't scared. I don't afraid of nothing, because as long as I know I'm doing the right thing and I'm good and I'm protected, I'm not doing wrong. So for example, I am not stupid thinking about jumping from the a really high building and not having a fear because I will be like, I'm gonna be survived. No, that's silly. I'm not talking about these things. So it's like your mind with your heart align, and then it's nothing gonna actually allow these to be separate, and it was one goes to against the other. So your mind and your heart is got to be aligned, so you don't scared. You should not be scared of nothing. You should not have fear of anything, even of failure. Because let me tell you one thing, guys, one thing you should know: every mistakes in your life, the one that you think as a fear, you have a fear, if you make that mistake, what gonna happen? Nothing gonna happen. At the end of the day, you learn more things that happen. Whatever happens in your life, that gives you experience, that which sometimes in our life we need to make experience to level up, to go to the next level. Because if you don't learn that lesson, you're not gonna go to the next level. So sometimes first things you need to know about a fear, how to release fear for good from your life, is to change your perspective toward a life, toward things is happening around you, toward everything is around you, a people, place, a work, everything that it gives you a fear. You need to change your perspective toward that changes, toward that things. So once you change your perspective, what happened next? Once you change your perspective, you don't see the things as a problem no more. You don't see things as obstacles no more. You see, like, for example, something is happening in your life, then you go outside, all of a sudden you realize that you've got a puncture on your tire. If it was usually, you would have scared, oh, what happened now? I'm gonna be late, I'm gonna be sacked, I'm gonna be fired, I'm gonna be you would start realizing how much negative thought you are putting in yourself and in your mind with just having a puncture in your tire. That puncture in a tire is not gonna take more than 45 minutes to fix that. But the thought you are putting in your mind, it takes a long time to you remove, or that energy, the negative thought and the negative energy you put in your mind, it takes forever to remove from your mind and from your energy system. So what you need to know, always have faith. Anytime anything's happen, just have a deep breath, bring your thought and your emotions together, align, and just think, okay, this has happened. It could have happened to me, like if I was there, it could have worse things happen. It could have happened when I was driving. It could have happened it could have been worse things happen, like I go there, an accident. Maybe this has happened to save me from something else. And if you just give yourself like a moment to pull yourself back together, have a deep breath, and then just think about the consequences of it. If it could have been worse, and it's just it's just a puncher, which is you can fix it with 45 minutes. If it's the work, then you can just call and say, I'm going to be a bit late. If it's a meeting, you're just going to say, this is what happened. You just calm down. Sometimes we think that's the only way you figure that stress and the things are moving. No, things not going to move in. Do you know what happened next? Okay, the moment that you get the stress and the negative thoughts start attacking you and your mind, and the next things is happen, another negativity, another negative happens, and then you see your whole days goes wrong, because the first things, you had a choice to deal with that in a nice way and settle everything and then carry on with your day with a positive mind. And because you don't know for the rest of the day, because that's not gonna be the sign for the whole day. This is unfortunately what people think. The fun thing is happens in their life on the morning, they think like, okay, if my mornings start like day, so imagine for the rest of the day. No, sometimes these things are a blessing. You need to remember, sometimes these things happen is the blessing, because it really saves you from something else. And always remember, sometimes you don't know why that happened. You could have been tested from the universe, because if you're watching these channels, so you are spiritual and you know what I'm talking about. You know, sometimes we go through that test. Sometimes we okay, we trust the process and we believe in God, we believe the creator, we believe but then we believe the universe, and then, but if something happened, then all of a sudden you go to your negative zone, and then universe okay, where is all that prayers, where is all that positive affirmation? So were you just saying it, or do you mean it? Are you trusting the process? With these, are you gonna ruin the whole thing? Have you not seen the blessing we were giving you, or we are going to give you? This is happened because we want to know your reaction. So it's very important when something like this is happening in your life, you get hold of yourself, give yourself a deep breath, calm yourself down, calm your mind down, and just think, it could have been worse. Could be a test, could be something stopping you, prevent you from getting something bad in your life, or something worse is happening in your life. So is you, how you translate it, that's how you manifest it to your life. So if you get on with your day happy, not having any bad reaction or any bad thought, then you all of a sudden you realize you almost a second things happen, is a good news actually, third things happen, you meet in someone, and the whole day you completely forget about what happened on the morning to you. So this is what happened. But if you take it hard, the whole day everything goes wrong, because you are in a negative zone, and then you're absorbing and you're attracting all the negativity. So there is a key word in here I'm gonna tell you. So remember, what you think, that's what you attract. So if you having a high vibration of love, of happiness, of joy, guess what? You attracting the people align with you in love or happiness, in joy, in positivity. That's where you attract the people around you to yourself. And then, so if you're love, if you are positive, if you are happy, if you are in peace, guess what? You're attracting all this into your life. And if you're moody, miserable, negative, always think, just everything goes wrong for me, and guess what? You're going to attract that. So whatever you think, you attract it. And let me tell you something, I am not here to advise you. Everything I tell you, I experienced it myself. I used to be in that state, so I'm not judging you, because I used to be I've never been a negative person, but my thoughts always were negative, especially if I couldn't figure something out, because I wasn't aware, because I wasn't awake. And that's why I call it my wake-up call, because first, when I just feel okay, I wake up, I know how things work. And as soon as I got to that state, and guess what? Everything's just fall in a place for me, nice and smooth and easy. So guys, I want to teach you the best things that helped me so much, and then I'm sure it's going to help you. So there should not be any fear in our life. So what you need to know is start healing yourself, healing your inner child, healing your trauma, healing what make you feel to get to this point. Because sometimes we don't know what is the root, where the roots come from. And I tell you I told you where the root comes from. It comes from the childhood. A lot of things we suffer right now, it comes from our childhood. Not because intentionally they were trying to do something or we picked something. It was just, it wasn't anything intentional. It was just we picked it because it was of lacking of information. But now we are in this generation. We have technology. We can actually find the solution for everything that we've been through and we've been picked on without realizing. So first thing you need to do, you need to heal your trauma. Second, you need to work on your chakra. So if you haven't worked on your chakra, there is a key word in here. If you haven't worked in any of your chakra, you can't just jump in. So for example, working on your third eye chakra or your throat chakra, you need to start healing yourself and you start working on your chakra from the bottom, from the root chakra, from the first chakra. So fear is always related with the root chakra. So if you have a blockage on your root chakra, that's the fear. That's where, because the root chakra, it's the energy is receiving the energy, because the crown chakra is receiving the energy from up there, and the root chakra is receiving the energy from the environment. So a lot of energies we're gonna absorb. So you need to really work on the root chakra. I'm gonna actually leave some frequencies link about the root chakra in the description box. Make sure you check that out and how you can heal it. I'm going to actually make a video for the chakra, for the root chakra, and then I will explain how you can work on your chakra. Third things you need to know, write it down. Whatever is hurting you, whatever is bothering you, whatever is upsetting you, whatever is pushing you, holding you back, write it down. Whatever you're scared of, just write it down. And I want you to do this. I want you to write it down and say, I release fear. And then I want you guys use this word instead of fear. So fearless, brave, powerful, strong. So I want you always replace this word to the words that you used to use. Like, I can't, I'm weak, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy. I want to replace, there is not a negative words anymore. So you replace it with a positive affirmation. Whenever I wake up, I normally get my hands together, go all the way up to my head, and I pray for myself, and I make myself a big protection shell around me. And that's for my everyday. And I call up my archangels, Michael, all the angels. Usually I call up from Archangel Michael. So you can use any angels. If you got unknown, there is a lot of millions unknown angels that you can call up on, any angels, and universe, God, whoever you believe. So you can just get your hands together over your head. You can close your eyes and imagine you are protecting a big, nice protection shield around you from your head to your toes, and you are protected. So whenever you go out, there is not such a thing. You're not scared. Oh, if the car, this is only what you think, is not exist, it's not happening. So why, by thinking of it, you are giving the energy to actually happen. So you need to stop that. Very important things you need to know, guys, is your thought. You need to control your thought. Whatever you do, you need to control your thought. I know it's sometimes your thought can be negative. It's fine as long as you're aware about it. As long as you start going like negative, you pick up on it and say, oh no more negativity. I am actually brave. I'm fearless. I'm strong. I don't scared of nothing. Nothing can actually touch me, right? I don't blame you, because at the beginning it can be a little bit hard until you start get into that routine. So what I would suggest, the things that really helped me, I'm gonna leave the link in the description box. You can check those links. It's frequencies and on some affirmation. You can use those affirmation and some frequencies to just change your subconscious mind. And once you change your subconscious mind, trust me, automatically you feel like so powerful. Also, I'm going to talk about that, but for this matter, I use black tourmaline or obsidian. You can use black tourmaline, Shanghai, obsidian. If you into crystal, which is this channel is about crystals as well, so I'm going to talk about crystals. So you can use of black obsidian crystals just to protect yourself, have a protection. You can have one in your car, you can have, I've got one in here. This is my black tourmaline. I keep that in the house. I put one of these every corner of my house. So every corner next to the window, next to the window, that which is, if anyone's walk past around your house with any negative energy or anything, this crystal will absorb it to itself. So you can put one each corner of the house. You can keep one in your car. If you drive a car, you can keep one with yourself all the time. You can put in as a necklace. You can wear it. You can put in your pocket. You can keep it in your purse, your wallet, your bag, anything that you have. This crystal is very, very good crystal for protection. So also it absorbs the negative energy to itself as well, and it not allows any negative energy comes towards you. And let me tell you something, their negative energy will be always there, but once you reach your level and you become so fearless, then nothing can ever touch you. Nothing can actually upset you or makes you feel like you have a scare, because you are trusting the process. You're trusting your higher power. Let me tell you something. When is the higher power is there, and when you are yourself, within yourself, you know you're good, there will be nothing to harm you. It's nothing to harm you. And if you know you do you good, nothing can harm you. Don't be scared of nothing, because the fear is what you attract to your life. If you don't have fear, and if you think positive, you're not gonna attract that in your life. So if you have a fear, I guarantee you, if you think negative and if you have fear, you're going to absorb that into your life, and you're going to attract that in your life, and you're not going to get anywhere. Right now, this moment, you need to change your mindset, your mentality, your subconscious mind, and you need to start refreshing your mind and actually use the good words that going to help you in future. Meditation really helped me. I never used to meditate, even when I was like into this journey. I thought like meditation is not something so require like doing it every day. I thought like every full moon or every new moon, I was doing my like 1 hour, meditation. Or actually sometimes when I was getting ritual bath every week, which is, I'm going to talk about the ritual bath as well. In my next video, in the other videos, I'm gonna post it very soon. I'm gonna talk about a ritual bath, how you can remove that all this negative energy from yourself by getting this ritual bath. So stay tuned with me, but we're gonna back to these. So with meditation, so whenever I was like having my ritual bath, or whenever just once a week, maybe I would say once every 2 weeks, I was meditating for 5 minutes. I couldn't, I was scared actually, because I couldn't meditate, because my mind was keep going everywhere. I couldn't settle my mind. But finally, by more practicing, I start learning how to control my mind. And once you start having like control over your mind and your thought, then that's when you're almost there. There is not anything that can bother you. Before, other people's like behavior would bother me, or other things was really upset me. But now I don't get really upset, or I don't get bothered ever anymore, because I found my purpose. Because it's not everyone's same journey as me. I am on my spiritual journey. I'm on my awareness, but not many people are in this journey. I remember myself back in the day when I wasn't when I was on this journey, when I didn't know, and I was acting this way. So we all get called in. So if you are here, if you're watching this video, you're one of these people, you got called in to be awakened. And I welcome you to this awakening, because it's the best world ever. It's the best feeling ever when you be master of your emotion, your thought, your life, everything. You're not gonna if it's anything happened, then you know why that happened. It's not like always you sit down and feel sorry and feel victim about yourself, and being a victim and like feel, oh, why this has happened to me. So do a lot of meditation. I would say every day. I do meditation every day from 5 minutes, from 2 minutes. I wouldn't say even 5 minutes. You can start from 2 minutes all the way through. You can do it 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 1 hour. it totally up to you how long you like to do the meditation. But one thing is, the more meditate you do, the less mistake you make, and also your mind is get clear, and you receive the information from the divine, from universe, from God. When you quiet your mind, then everything's come to you. So I would 100% suggest that you can do like meditation daily, morning and night. Usually I do at morning. When I do my journaling, I do my prayers for my protection prayers. This is my routine actually. So if you guys, if you really want to do it, I can leave the link of the protection songs that I normally play it on the morning. I leave that in the description box and the link below. Then you can just go to them and listen. If it's resonate with you, if you like it, then you can go ahead, listen to it, and then get that power back and stand on your own power. There is not such a thing called fear. And one thing you need to remember: if you have fear, you are feeding a dark side. Guys, I've got something really good to tell you, because this was the only things that really helped me for a start. Okay, when I realized where this fear comes from, when I've done my research and my study where all these fears comes from, what happened, why actually we have to scared. So when I come to this point of realizing we are human, as a human, by having fear, we are feeding a dark side, an organic and non-organic energy, not organic things that is not supposed to be around us. It's not supposed to be in our life. Why? Because we are so fearful, we are scared, we are keep these energies around us, and we are losing our aura because these dark energies around us and is within us. So it's not allowing us to go anywhere. You know why? So let's put it in the example. So when you are hungry, what you do, you go to kitchen, you go to the fridge, and until you find, you just stay in somewhere that you can find the food. You're not going to go somewhere that you can't find the food. If you're hungry, automatically you are making your way toward kitchen or fridge, or if you're out, you make a way to somewhere that you can find the food, and wherever the food is, and then you just stay there and eat until you're full, right? And again, even you get hungry, what do? You go back to that place again and you eat. So if you're home, then you go back to your kitchen again and eat it, and you just stay close. So it's exactly the same. The more we have fear, the more we are feeding the dark side, and which is, we don't want that. With the fear we have, we feed the dark side. And as long as we are feeding the dark side and we are in that fear zone and mood, that dark side, dark energy is staying with us and is not allowing us to do anything. So you know why? Because when we say, oh, we want to do this, and that ego, that thought, that word in your mind's coming out and say, no, don't do this, no, don't do this. Because if you do that, then you're not going to have a fear. Then if you don't have a fear, that dark energy can't be fed. So remember, anytime you have fear, same moment, just think about this. If I scared, or if I have fear, I am feeding the dark energy. And the more people like you feed in this dark energy, the more is stay in the world, the more things goes wrong. So we don't want that. We want love and light spread it out. Now you know what to do. The best things you can do: meditation, healing your trauma from childhood, from any time you had meditation, and be aware of your mind, your thought, and your emotions. Use affirmations and trust the process. The best things I can tell you is trust the process. And sometimes by listening to some random music, it could be mess our mind. Sometimes if you really want to manifest something, you need to know what you're doing. You need to get into that zone and in that vibration. The vibration is that you actually working on yourself. Heal your trauma, heal your work on your chakra, do your journaling, do your meditation, and be aware of your thought. I sent you guys love and light. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, you can share this video to your friends who needs to hear these words. And if that helps you, please don't forget to like and subscribe.